All right, welcome to the Smoke and Mirrors podcast, your destination for the latest in streaming and movie news and reviews. We are your hosts, Rob, Dave, and Triz. This week, Denis Villeneuve has graced us with the first trailer for Dune Part Deuce. And we also give our thoughts on Peter Pan and Wendy, Succession, Ted Lasso, regrettably also Citadel, and some anime for the week. Now let's start the show. How you guys doing over there?
Yeah, good God.
Yeah, good.
This is Hood.
Good.
Happy it's
Living
Friday
large.
tomorrow.
Mm, mm.
I always
It's
ever
the
wonder
best
if
day of
that
the week.
I always ever wonders if that goes out to eat and it's like Denny at Denny's.
Denny is French.
Dude.
You would not be eating Denny's.
I just want to do it for the meme.
Fuck you, called
So don't just wipe his ass with the burger.
You might as well. Denny's was fucking disgusting. It was the most disgusting breakfast I've ever had.
You know what seems to be better?
What?
Waffle House.
I just can't get over the fights.
No. That's the thing. In the morning and before night, Waffle House is good. You do not go to Waffle House at night.
It's a sundown restaurant.
5 a.m. at the Waffle House.
That's fucking wild. All
So
right.
when you did the Denny's was like, I immediately thought of what's his face? Teddy KGP. I'm still up after I put it in you.
Fuck. Rounders, the best shit.
Fucking oath.
All right, so big old trailers on the horizon there. Kick it off with our first look at Dune Part 2, Part 1. Was that all bullshit, that little tweet?
I'd say so.
100%
Alright,
troll.
alright.
There's no way that water's like, we're not giving you any more money, Mr. Villeneuve.
I thought the cut Mr. V. I thought the cut was so long, pause, that like he had to chop it in two. But that'd just be disgusting titling for them to
Alright,
put
so
part
what-
one at the end. Would
Yeah,
just be
what we're talking about,
horrible.
guys, is supposedly Denis has chopped Dune Part 2 into a second part, allegedly. The source was Variety. I doubt it's true. It looked like a joke bloody Twitter account as well.
Oh, discussing film as a like 100,000 followers. You know what I mean? For them to
But
put that out.
This wasn't discussing.
This was disbussing film.
Ah, fuck off. All right.
Bussin'.
You got me, you fucks. I always look out for this shit on April Fools every other day of the year. Should be business as usual. Cocksuckers.
You realize with the writer's strike, Denis, it'd take at least 4
Uh,
years to get this movie done then? They'd never do that.
I thought he had all the footage because you know how like
footage
he might have extra shit that he might have might have wanted to put into part one.
I know there's extra shit that he wanted to put into part one. And you know what's going to happen now is that second part is going to come out and we're going to get a re-release of Dune. And it's going to be a longer cut.
Hmm.
And I'm here for
I hope
it.
so. I hope with the WGA strike,
Mm.
this is the type of shit that fills it up. We get the like home video for the extended Hateful Eight. We get volume long Kill Bill. We get the It chapter 1 and 2 combined with the extra shit that they filmed, and then we
Tarantino
get the
said he's done.
Dunes.
Yeah. Tarantino said he's done, by the way. He's finished his script already. He's nearly at casting stage.
Safe then.
He's
Safe. And even if he wanted to do rewrites, as if he's saying anything, he just wants to get the fucking movie made. You know what I mean? He's got the momentum now.
Yeah, but at the same time, Tarantino was not a company man. So he would stand with the WGA and all those guys and just be like, well, fuck you, Sony. I'm not going to make my movie then.
This is true. This is also true.
Yeah. He's a good man like that. He understands. How can you, what's his face? Just not give the writers money. That's what I don't get.
That's bullshit.
These guys build everything for you. You talk about world building. Everyone talks, oh, well, Denis Villeneuve, the great world builder and all the bullshit. Your writer did that. He did that. All you did was shoot pictures, mate.
Is that all you're good for, mate? Moving pictures?
I will say that Denis got an eye. You know what I mean? I just got the vision.
The Deke has the eye.
The eye of the Deke.
It's like Sauron. Get fucking back into Pace Pit. All right. Let's roll on them trailers. Or just the trailer.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude,
So we've been getting stopped every time we chuck on some copyright shit. They either take it out or whatnot. So maybe for this run through, stop every like 30 seconds or so.
I'm in.
Sound good to y'all?
You just have a little chat there.
Or
Or you just talk all over the track.
do that too.
Just big screams
I'm
over the
having
trailer.
Death metal Dune.
You can also show the trailer without and just keep unmuting it every 15 seconds.
Did you say without sound?
Yeah, you mute it every 15 seconds and you can get around that bullshit because we're giving commentary then.
Yes.
Loopholes. So, what do you call it? So we're gonna pause every 30 or every 15 and then have a little chat. Every 30?
Every 30 sounds good.
Every 30 because then we only have to stop 4 times.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Eat the shit like a giraffe.
Eat it like an elephant.
Alrighty. I was gonna drop in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
Sorry there, big dogs. I just realized I wasn't even looking at the time.
Nah, I was just getting into that trailer.
Yeah.
Man,
Damn.
quite magical there. The little pixie dust at the start.
They call it spice, my friend, spice.
That's what it is. Very different Chani. Now, it's like she's like, a little bit more opened up pause.
Yeah. Well, they are supposed to get married. It's weird because this is supposed to stretch like years. Like he's supposed to be with the Fremen for years.
That's why I was like, when I seen that part 1 and part 2 shit, I was like, well, it kind of makes sense because he did want to make a third one to kind of cap it off because there's a lot of shit that he has to cover in this movie. In this movie alone, it was the first like 45 minutes of the Dune miniseries. So I'm just
Yeah.
But is that what's the mom's name?
What's a
Just say
Rebecca Ferguson?
Yeah, we'll just say Rebecca Ferguson. But yeah, it looks like she's trying to protect Paul from starting the war.
Yeah.
And kind of starting the movement. It looks like them Harkonnens is really covering their shit up.
Yeah.
But we all know why. Spoilers, they had backing from the fucking Emperor.
They do say that in the first one as well.
Yeah, but it's more alluded to. This one, it confirms that the Emperor was behind that shit the whole time.
Yeah.
He's the dirty fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Is Christopher Walken the Emperor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn the fourth or some shit.
Supposedly, this is the first giant role that Walken has taken on in like 20 years or 14 years or something.
Shit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
See that O roll out. Hey! Wow!
Dancing on set and shit. The robes.
All right. Good to go.
Yeah.
What if Paul Atreides was still alive?
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
It's
A
like they.
wet dream, Paul.
This has been fucking laughing to themselves this whole time. What if they called this movie Dune? Spice up your life.
Far out. Why is all the fade scenes? Because it's the first time that we're seeing Austin Butler as Fade.
Yeah.
That porcelain type skin that he's kind of got. He kind of
Yeah.
looks like the chick in Star Trek Beyond without the tats.
He looks like Demaskinos in Blade 2.
Yeah. He's kind of got that smoothness about him.
Made a
Why is
marvel.
his scenes in black and white?
It was a flashbacks, more than likely.
Okay.
Because they do show him killing. Supposedly, he's a really good fighter.
Mm.
So maybe
Yeah.
they'll show him killing, and that's how you get around that PG-13 B.
This is true.
Mm.
Yeah. Florence Pugh,
A lot
little
Florence Pugh.
investigative work.
Yeah.
Are they covering up the Atreides? It's like full like recorder on there and shit.
Atreides, more like a tragedy.
Detect my PI, please.
You got to see Brolin back in here as well. He's looking
Ooh.
old and disheveled, like he's
Yeah,
being,
yeah.
held captive.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say catching. Not fishes. Yeah, he's got that hair. He's got that the World War Z hair on him.
Yeah. Does too. Leah Seydoux, we saw a quick glimpse of as well.
Yeah.
I was thinking there through the trailer, it's like they're showing all the new people just quickly, so you know, like, hey, we didn't just cast them for a fucking reason.
This is a new dude.
All right, that was good to go.
Yep.
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You are deep.
Fuck. Damn it. It keeps getting into this trailer.
I know. That's all right. I kind of wish they didn't show that. I really wish they didn't. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a big part, and even Chinese sort of reaction to it, it sells it, and like, yeah, it's exciting and shit, but like that's giving away too much.
That's not that whole scene.
I know that, but you know how they'll build that in the movie? They'll build it like sort of the intensity of is he going to do it or is he not going to do it? And we know he does it. That's all. That's all it is kind of taking. It looks mad though. And
Oh,
fuck,
man.
Paul must be light and fit as fuck because to run on sand dunes like he was running,
Yeah.
like he had some Tom Cruises on him.
Yeah, it was almost like anime run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Is it just me or does Javier Bardem look more fucked up in this one?
Yeah.
Is there something I'm missing? It looks like he got burnt in the face.
Maybe it's after a battle or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's tired.
He's older.
True. Because it was weird to see him with the short hair in that
Yeah.
first one.
Hmm.
All right.
Let's just roll it till the end.
Yeah.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides. We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
I just feel the goosebumps, like with the little percussion, little notes that Hans Zimmer's dropping.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
man.
That shit like rips through my house when I watch Dune.
Yeah. So she's got the blue eyes. By the end, she's got the blue eyes and the tats on her face. The eyes of Ibad.
Yeah.
What's the sect they're part of? I want to say the Ogdru Jihad, but that's Hellboy.
Yeah.
The Magi? No, something else.
They're the Fremen.
No, not them.
I know what you're
Bene
talking.
Gesserit.
Yeah,
that's the
Bennies.
one. The Benny and the Jets.
Benny Gesserit. Yeah.
That scale looks amazing.
Yeah.
I was glad you played the IMAX trailer as well, which I really, really hope it's like open by the time that it drops.
If it's not,
We riot.
I may be forced to kill.
Jeez.
But no, they got to do like part 1 and part 2 at IMAX, man. I'll gladly sit there, even if they were like no breaks. You know, I sit there, I just vape in the back.
Jeez. Just vapor, blow it down their shirt.
No, this monster, pause. Just cloud out the whole fucking studio.
Only if you sing the score.
I wish they just said vaping is allowed in cinemas now.
God,
Does
I'd be
just
so
sit
happy.
there like Max Cady.
I would.
I'm excited, man. November 2nd. Can't wait for that shit. It looks great.
Why
Like
they
so
give-
little time has passed that it feels like it's a direct continuation.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But time has passed. We were in a whole pandemic last time Dune was out.
Oh man.
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah, no? Like when I think
Like-
about it, like no, we were at home.
Hmm.
I watched that movie at home.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Very, very good.
Mm.
All right. I don't know if we got shut down on YouTube, but if we're back, we're back. Thank you so much.
Coventry, baby.
Oh, man. Before we get started, I just want to send out a very special fuck you to Mark Butler for changing the vaping laws.
Mm.
And trying to sort of really take advantage of people that rely on vaping as a form of getting off smoking.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
my
what's-
health has improved and I've saved thousands of dollars that hasn't gone into the government's pockets because of their arbitrary bullshit of raising the prices on cigarettes.
Yeah.
Dumb fucks.
I don't get it. Like currently, like they're talking about like we want to stop kids vaping. Currently, vaping for children is illegal. What are you trying
right.
to stop? They're still
Then-
going to get access to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I've got
Uh,
kids. As if I'm gonna let my kids fucking vape at school. Like, yeah, put this in your fucking pencil case.
Yeah, but we got some really like dumb people that should be parents as well. So you know.
Yeah. Very true. Like, for me, it's like if they gave us the option of a lesser evil, it would be to regulate the fucking thing. Not try and do this shit where it's like you need a prescription, we're going to sell it in pharmacies only, stuff like that. You need to do, like, honestly, it's still a shit way to do it, but at least you can still have it, which is regulated through all of our systems. Sell it at the CTC, at the Signal, wherever you can. The TGS.
They're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Just need to get rid of that fucker.
Badly.
I know. Austin,
Time's
speak
up,
to your father.
All right, kicking it off there with Peter Pan and Wendy's. I got the chance to check this one out on the weekend. Dropped on Disney Plus on the Friday.
Hmm.
I was surprised that it was actually David Lowery. Or David Lowery did the Green Knight,
Hmm.
and then I was like, wow, he's actually doing a Disney movie. And then when I watched it, the visuals and his aesthetic actually suited that picture really, really well. Now, they do something really, really cool with Captain Hook's character that I think pays off. And everyone kind of has their thing when they do a Peter Pan story, like they did with Hook, like they did with the Disney animated Peter Pan. And this one also has a little something as well. I did like and was the highlight of the movie, the crocodile, who they kept very sort of Peter Pan animated accurate, just CG. So real textures and stuff like that. It's a kids movie. I'm not saying adults go rush out and watch it, but if your kids are eager to watch it, not a bad watch. Not bad at all. Hour 40. Got a little bit of depth there. Nothing that touches the bottom of the ocean, but you know what? It could be worse.
Did my nephew like it?
He liked it. We actually both fell asleep at the same point. He didn't go back and finish it, but at that point, the wonder for him was done. Because it was the last half an hour, and that's like wrapping it up with the fight and everything. He's not interested in that shit. He wants to see the magic of it all.
The
And
flying.
and they have that in spades at the start. But then afterwards, it's kind of wrapping it up and sort of trying to add another layer to Peter. Pause.
Peter.
Please. Yeah. We also had Succession. This is episode 6.
6,
I believe. 6 or 7. It's 6, yeah?
Yeah.
This one, like, all about Kendall and Roman trying to launch the Living Plus investment idea, and them really trying to bolster those numbers and make that Living Plus idea very tech savvy.
Very tech savvy and very what's his face? Very reliant on other factors like stuff from the parks and all that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
directors and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Stars. The big push there for medical as well.
Yeah. Well, it was essentially Land Cruisers. What Mattson called it. Oh man.
I don't get them, man. I don't get them at all. Like, I don't think Logan would have done any of this stuff.
It looked like he was teeing up for it. What was that? Like, when was that promo from?
That would have been years ago. And Logan probably said it's a stupid fucking idea. He probably called it Land Cruisers as well. But yeah, the whole them trying to not do the deal as well and trying to bolster these numbers to get the deal not done. So, like, it's just dumb, man.
I like the vision. I like that they want something for themselves. It just shouldn't have been this at this time.
You're
like
seeing
they
it,
fucked themselves there.
You're seeing it like Shiv sees it. That's how it should be. They should have sold off all this shit. They start Pierce or take over Pierce. We start fresh. We start new.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I would want to make my own pile.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, if I was in Shiv's position, I'm not fucking with Mattson. That was disgusting. Even if I don't agree with your approach, I'm not going to try, like, fuck someone over, like my siblings, just to maybe get a job in Mattson's cabinet there.
I don't think she's doing that.
I
think
do.
she's trying to fuck over Mattson. I think she's trying to fuck over Matson so much that what's his face, he loses the company eventually. And she is in position to take over as a CEO while he's away. Then she has her cake and eats it too. That's the Logan Roy move.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing that from Shiv though. Like right now, she's trying to like roundabout way derail the boys,
Hmm.
Roman and Kendall, but then also play Matson. It was just, and then Tom as well, him getting like dragged into it.
Fucking Tom.
What an idiot!
Tom is such a simp. That's what I don't like about that.
I'm liking later on, like in these episodes, he's a bit more upfront about how he kind of feels for the first time in the whole 3 seasons.
Yeah.
The 3 seasons, or is this the fourth?
Fourth.
This is the fourth. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, really good episode. I didn't think it was going to end the way that it ended
No.
because when Kendall hits that stage, he's by himself. Everyone's turned his back on him.
Yeah.
But with him actually landing the that idea and that presentation, fucking Carl even wanted to have a go at him.
Yeah.
Roman was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not feeling the best about it, but you know, you go ahead."
You go and do you. You do you. Fucking Carl though, man. Now, I understand that you have my dick in your hand, Kendall, but I also have yours in my hand. And I can squeeze anytime. Chill.
I'm seeing Kendall like just try to fuck them over as well. Just try to get rid of that old guard.
What did I say? I saw on Twitter there was a video that they cut together, and it's Logan hugging him and saying, "You're my number one. You're my number one boy," and then him drawing the number one in the sand like that before at the end when he goes to swim. Yeah.
That got like it gave me like suicide vibes.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Like, you know how he tried in the pool
Yeah.
in the last season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is him sort of redoing that, right? Because now he's on his back in the water. He's got no the safety net isn't there, so he's not on the actual inflatable tube. It's just him by himself in the ocean. Yeah.
It's kind of what he wants to say. Big fish.
That's right. I think he's gonna try fuck over his brother and his sister.
Well, Roman already tried. Roman is on like some other sort of power trip this episode.
Jesus.
I'm firing you, Joy. And then
That was
even
crazy.
Jerry.
The Joy one was crazy.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could just say you're fired. Or I can't say that. Or maybe I did just say that. Yeah, you're fired. Fucking hell.
He was on some other shit. And then him kicking himself at the end of the episode because now, like Kendall did really well.
Yeah.
He can't roll that back.
That was crazy though, because he fires Jerry and then tells him that he fired Joy and then goes to Kendall to try and smooth it over with Jerry.
Yeah.
Far out.
We may have to roll that one back.
Yeah. I need you to go and just smooth that out. And
and then him sitting in the car as Kendall's in the pool, him sitting in the car and watching that. I have an announcement. Roman Roy has a micro dick. Is that his? You think that's how he seen love from Logan? Whenever Logan would say some shit to degrade him, he would take that as that's his brand of love that he gives me.
Well, that's what he was doing with Jerry, right? when they had a relationship, she was
Yeah.
yeah.
So many layers.
Yeah. He's peeling his onion.
You know, like I started this season really sort of like shitty at them, but now I'm just sad.
Yeah.
Like their position is one that like they have such a loveless existence.
They're what's his face be? They're psychopaths. They love the money. They don't love each other. That's what's missing in their lives. They're just
Yeah,
built different.
yeah. All right, and then Ted Lasso.
Mm.
Ted Lasso was a fucking fire episode. I don't know how Beard gets off that what's his face speech. That Hey Jude speech.
Yeah.
He did that so well. Like I love that story about how McCartney wrote that song for Lennon's son.
Yeah.
And him kind of saying that to what's his face? What's Ted's son?
Ted's son.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, this one dealt with the leak as well
Mm.
of all the photos of celebrities and whatnot, and Keely got hit, and then that kind of showed a side of the relationship that she has with Jack, and Jack wasn't willing to kind of go through that with her,
Yeah.
which is kind of like that's a dog move.
Yeah, that was a dick move.
But then you kind of see like she's a CEO. Like you were saying last week, they shouldn't be having relationships,
That's
and
right.
it's a policy that they can't have relationships, and that's exactly why.
Mm-hmm.
Because then she has to kind of like lawyer up, essentially.
Impacts the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack should have known that fucking shit. She
Yeah.
should have known it. Be so fucking impulsive and whatnot before Keely, like, because Keely just jumps out the window. That's her personality. She goes with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was surprised at Roy though with the leaks.
Yeah, I
When
wasn't
Roy
expecting that from Roy.
Yeah, that seemed out of character.
Exactly. I
Um, be-
expected Roy to do what Jamie did at the end
what
of
Jamie
the
did.
episode.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I don't know, that seemed like an insecurity from Roy. And I know he's kind of been feeling it all season since they broke up, but that just felt a little un-Roy like way too vulnerable for Roy.
Yeah.
Like he might have done it in an angry way
Hmm.
rather than who was that too?
Yeah.
Like a little boy, like, yeah.
Yeah. I honestly expected Roy to tell her, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would have been a bad Roy move. Or I thought Roy was going to take it out of Jamie because he had already assumed. Because he knew that it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
So, like, the other person would be Jamie. But yeah. I mean, we'll see how it kind of wraps up. Because like it looks like Jamie and Keely are going to get back together again.
Yeah. It also looks like what's his face found out about Colin, the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll, because next week's the last episode. I don't think that's going to be,
What do you
it's not
mean?
going to be,
Isn't there 10?
there's 9.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Henry is Ted's kid's name.
Henry,
That's it.
portrait of a killer.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He was a bully in that one episode.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the negative thing that Colin thinks it is. In true Ted Lasso fashion, they're all going to rally behind him.
Yeah, but what's his face? McAdoo, is that his name? McAdoo
Yeah,
is
I
going
love
to be
McAdoo.
pissed off. So do I. He's going to be pissed off that Colin, like, didn't tell them.
Yeah, that's right.
What he's going to be pissed off about.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a big hour and a half last episode then, if next week's the last one.
You think Ted's blowing his head off, or
I hope not, man. I know he's going to get close, but they looked like there was a glimmer of light there with the wife. Didn't get
I see that.
engaged. Didn't get engaged. And that fucker, I don't know if he took separate cabs there.
Yeah,
Didn't it looked like he just walked off.
yeah. Because why was he there
Dr.
and then she showed
Jacob.
up later?
Yeah, that's right. I'm hoping that's the case anyways, even if they don't get together, but just the fact that, like, there is an opportunity for him when he goes back home to kind of patch things up with his best friend.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking fire. Because, like, for Ted, it's never the work completed, it's the work that he's doing.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
right.
he never lets that bring him down.
Hmm.
Because I was always ready to go. You know what I mean? And Nate was the other big part of the episode. Nate and Jade. Now, this is conflicted. Because I just had a big old hate for old Nate there. Since the end of that second. When he,
ceased
like,
being great.
Yeah, that's right. The
hate.
wonder cunt. But, like, seeing Nate happy, I don't know. It's like he's just too pussy to follow through with a lot of his emotions. I'm surprised that he's with this Jade chick. Know what I mean? Like, when they hooked up, I was like, wow, he actually landed that chick. But then with Rupert, and our Rupert shit on his whole Diamond Dogs thing,
Yeah.
the Love Hounds. And then
Hounds is wild. No, don't
But
think
then
we'll be
when-
doing this ever again. Thank you.
Are we in trouble now? When Rupert messaged him and he was like, I seen Ted was at the game, sorry about that. It won't happen again. And then he was like, that's all right. You don't have to do that. And then deleted it and then was like,
Thanks.
yeah. Good.
Good. Thank you. You're an idiot.
I know. Like,
Is
even
he
if you
scared
don't
to lose
like
his
someone.
job?
Yeah,
Scared to
that's what
lose
it
all
is.
that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scared to lose what he has. He's dumb.
Because I'm going to be shitty if Richmond beat, what's his face? The Hammers.
Yeah. West Ham.
West Ham. And then Nate's like, fuck this team, I'm out, and goes back to Richmond or something like that. Like, the O needs to pay a penance.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's shaping up that way.
Yeah.
He needs to be telling Rupert to fuck himself, and then needs to go. And he doesn't need to go on a loss. He needs to go on like his own terms. Because if it's off the loss, it's really self-preservation.
Yeah, but that's why I think they'll swing it and make it off the win.
And Richmond will lose?
Yeah. And then he will go back. And
And then Nate...
Ted and Beard will leave, and then he will take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Roy will take over
Roy.
Nate as first.
Yeah.
I don't see Roy as a main coach anyways.
No.
As the head coach.
Whistle.
Fucking whistle. That shit was so good. I can't believe this is ending soon, man.
Yeah. This better not be the final season. Like, what if Lasso goes and plays basketball next? Like, what do we do?
Fuck, that'd be mad. Fuck, that'd be sick.
Like, what are we doing, mate? He was playing football before. He's over here playing football.
Yeah.
Take him out of his comfort zone. Basketball with Beard.
Fuck, that'd be sick. Beard will be reading all those basketball books after that.
Yeah, but I want to see Beard come through like, what's his face? the coach of Jordan and them,
Phil
Pat
Jackson?
Riley. And Pat Riley, how he was all slick back like that, and he came through in the suits and everything. It was just, Pat Riley was like voted when he was coaching. What's his face? When he was coaching the Bulls for that
Hmm.
first run,
Yeah.
was like what's his face? He was like voted the best dressed man in sports. Because before that, coaches would just show up, in a polo,
Yeah. Yeah.
khakis. This showed up suited,
Fuck.
and he was that everyone said he was connected somehow. I don't know how. They used his look for a gangster. I can't remember who it was, but they
Shit.
used Pat Riley's look. They were like, we
Fuck.
need him to look like Pat Riley.
That's mad. Changed the
Yeah.
game though.
Yeah, and Pat Riley's the man.
I'm hoping we see some sort of like that'd be mad if Ted does end up in basketball and we see some sort of Phil Jackson sort of
Yeah.
like them sort of like talking or something like that. That'd just be the icing on the cake because of the whole
Mm.
triangle thing.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Tee us up with some anime there. Tee it up. Did you get that?
Very good. But so starting with Hell's Paradise, Jesus, just T-posing like a glitch game. But so starting with Hell's Paradise, a couple new developments in here. So we find out that some of the convicts that have been sent to this island to find this fruit to make the immortality potion aren't all that bad, to be honest. So you learn that the Shogun had put out just hits on villagers who weren't willing to succumb to, Shogun rule. And so they just burned and killed everyone in all those villages. And one of these convicts is like a small child from one of those villages that just got fucking shackled up.
Jesus.
Yeah. And on learning that as well, you find that out from his executioner who's guarding him at the time. And as they try and make their way off this island, they find this island is fucking guarded by like this massive kraken type thing that's just in the water when they try and get away. So they
I
get
don't
out.
like that
Don't
sort of
like
thing.
That type of thing.
I know. Fucking sea monsters scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Even shits is real.
Yeah. But
As if what's his face, Jules Verne didn't know about. Like he knew. Fucker.
But yeah, so they end up trying to get off the island, and every single like stream that they manage to get on with their boat after battling these monsters just brings them back into the island. So there's no way out. It's like the Bermuda fucking Triangle here.
Jesus.
So on top of that, now they have to actually go through and try and get in and get out. But at the same time, Gabimaru still has to worry about his clan, his ninja clan, coming to find him and fucking kill him on this island because they're on the way. And him struggling between being like this cold-hearted assassin, but now like visions of his wife are coming to him, or memories of his wife, sorry, of her like trying to teach him to be kind-hearted and nice and shit like that. And he loves her so much, so he's like starting to get that in him as well. Pause. Other than that, it was pretty much the same, just them looking through this forest trying to find this fruit, but they can't seem to find anything. Another thing that came up was that all of the plants or the wildlife are based off different regions of Japan. But the reason why it's like that is because so many different people have come to this island looking for this fruit from different regions of Japan, and because they turn into the actual flora in this island, because they get turned into plants and shit like that. That's why a lot of the fruit and the plants and all that are based in different regions. It's almost like an amalgamation of them.
I thought it was because they was eating the fruit and then shitting on the island and the seeds was coming out already like fertilized.
But they still haven't found out the mystery as to why like a lot of the demons and the monsters that are on this island all represent religious figures in like Taoist and Buddhist culture. So that's what they're still trying to figure out going through all of this as well.
So what happens if they find the fruit? They just don't eat the fruit and then go on like a killing rampage? They're going to live forever.
Yeah, so the plan is because they want the Shogun to live forever. That's why they sent them here. So if
No,
they
but what if the workers eat the fruit?
oh yeah, they
Do
can
they
just
turn into monsters or something? Is those the demons? Like,
well
Force?
from so Gabimaru is like his the Shogashugi of the ninja clan there.
Yeah.
What do you call it? He's actually created the potion himself from the fruit and he's drank it. And he's shown his ninja clan and he's like, strike me, all this shit, and he gets like katanas through the head and he just lives. But I don't know if it's like the super soldier serum where the Red Skull takes it and he just goes crazier.
Right.
Yeah. So
So it amplifies
whatever's in you.
what's already there.
Yeah. So it could be the
Yeah.
possibility, but you could be right as well. Like we haven't seen what happens if someone else takes it because we've only seen the one case of this happening now.
Yeah.
But it's cool though. It's interesting. This ended with no cliffhanger or anything like that. It was pretty much just Gabimaru learning to actually use his emotions when he fights. A lot of the executioners and all the convicts are starting to come together to either kill each other or to work together to try and get this fruit. And that's where it sort of ended off for now until Sunday when I get to watch the next episode.
Nice.
Don't
Nice.
think. Feel.
I was gonna ask if they were gonna try to do that like Rocky shit where he like uses the emotion. It's like,
from like events of him fighting, it looks like he blacks out and then he comes to again and he's just fucked people up. So maybe he goes into that like just fucking just blackout rage.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Blackout Rage is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know why they claim that they don't remember. You remember everything. You know what you did.
100%.
Blackout Rage.
Some people come here to wake up.
God.
He really slapped that out too.
Demon Slayer was very much some of the same. It's still that massive fight going on between that upper demon as well as Tanjiro, the Mist Hashira, and another one of the soldiers from the Demon Corps. I forgot his name already. But it's cool because we now see that this guy has like a full sawn-off shotty. But it's but it's got like so they're called Nichirin, something like that. That's the metal that they use for the swords, and it's the only metal that can cut through demons. And it seems like he's got Nichirin shells in the shotgun. So he's got the double barrel plus his sword. So he's just fucking dudes up. But
Does he do the gun in the sword? Like Squall?
oh no.
Ah.
Dado holds his sword and his gun like a snake in Metal Gear Solid 3. Where it's the CQB, where it's the knife under and the pistol over.
That doesn't really just lead with the shotgun.
But he's reverse grip style on the sword. So he holds it over like that. And then he fights. But
Mad
it's
sequences?
pretty cool so far. So one of the demons that split off from the main one was like basically like a hawk. And it can shoot like sonic booms like that, like Banshee in X-Men First Class.
Okay.
And you see Tanjiro get snatched up by this dude into the air and he's fighting this guy all the way through the air like that. And then hits the ground. But that was pretty cool. There was no real other like new developments with this. It was still just the massive fight going on. Everyone's still fighting all over the world.
Fighting around the world.
Does it get tired in the episode of all the fighting?
Because it's so quick, you don't feel the fatigue.
Okay.
But like it feels like 5 minutes when really it's like 18.
It's like one of them 28-minute numbers.
Yeah. They just like they leave you wanting more. That's about it. So I know this fight's going to go on for a while because how they've set it up is that there's not just one upper demon, there's two that have come to this island and we've only seen one of them. So the other guy's still just chilling and he'll come through close to the end as well. But as well as that, they've introduced not just one Hashira, so the Mist Hashira, they're introducing another one too. So we'll have two of them, plus our main cast being added into the fight. So it'll be Tanjiro, the two Hashira, that other guy I was mentioning, and then there's two other main characters that haven't shown up, which is Inosuke and Zenitsu.
Hmm.
And they usually come through at like clutch moments, and it's just fucking cool shit, man. So Inosuke, like you might have seen him in some like TikToks, but he's got the pig's head as the helmet. And
Nah, I haven't seen this guy. You will send me pictures after.
he, but he's in there, and then Zenitsu.
Piggy.
And Zenitsu's a crybaby. Like he's basically a bitch. But when he goes to sleep, like his master trained him to only do one move when he was knocked unconscious. So that's the only move he can do, and he can only perform it when he's unconscious as well. It's like Drunken Master, but it's like Sleepy Master.
I thought you were gonna say he gets to that state, you know, when you're crying, but then you get violent.
But Zenitsu has some of the coolest sequences as well. Like the first time you ever see Zenitsu in the first season, he has lightning techniques, so he's really fast like the Flash. And you see him, and it's called Thunderclap and Flash. And you see him just like all the way up this tree, fucking up all these demons that are in the air. It was cool,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah. But like no other real developments other than the fight's still going, and one of the second Hashiras is on their way, and then that's about it for that. Oshinoko, which I thought was going to be a fucking snooze fest, they dropped 2 episodes of this shit, and it's like getting more and more interesting. So like catching up on the last episodes, it was that the main character Aqua was still he's now deduced that it was a celebrity that actually killed his mum. So now he's trying to get into like fucking movies and talk shows, anything he can to try and find this guy. And what he's doing is that, so he's now been put onto the set of like a manga that's being made into a movie. And the director is one of the like suspects for the killing of his mum. And so he like takes this guy's cigarette butts and does like the DNA test to see if that's his actual father, because he suspects that fucking the dude that killed his mum might have been his dad as well.
Damn.
Or at least being the one to set up his mum to die.
That dirty fucker.
Yeah.
Some layered revenge.
I know. And it's years in the making as well, because they keep jumping back to like, I was a kid, my mum had 3 phones, so now I've managed to unlock 2. I finally unlocked the 3rd after 4 years of trying passcodes and shit like that. And he managed to get through, found a person, and now he's sort of making his way through. So he got the DNA test back from that director, was negative, but now he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep doing these movies. And then he spoke to that guy as well, and he was like, do you know who else my mom used to hang out with? Because he found out from this guy that he used to like set his mom up with like dates outside of like her like producers and shit like that, the people who represented her.
Pimp was he?
Sort of, yeah. It was fucked up because the chick was 16 as well.
Mr.
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's like real dirty shit in the background.
dirty fuckers.
But now with him asking, the guy was like, yeah, I can tell you, but you owe me. So you got to start like jumping on like these talk shows and shit like that. And like basically just favor for a favor type business.
Ew.
Yeah. It's getting like almost realistically weird, which is throwing me off. But no, it was really interesting going into it, because he feels like, because when he was a child actor, he was a lot better because his mental state was that of like the doctor that he was in his previous life in a little kid's body. But now that he's matured, it's almost like his body's catching up to his brain, so it doesn't feel like as much of a difference.
Okay. That's right, because you retained all the other memories and whatnot.
Yeah.
Very good.
So this ends off with that conversation with that director with the favor for a favor. So now we have to see what happens from there. But it sounds like he's getting put onto a dating reality show.
Damn. All right. That is wild. Fucking hell. Dating reality shows, it's a bit filthy. All scripted, but filthy.
The filth.
That's it. And
All
then
right.
you go, Big Dog.
I was going to say Citadel. Citadel. Big aspirations for the show, multi-tiered, big spin-offs, one regime change in the middle of the season, and restructuring of the show and the fucking all the bullshit behind it. This was a fucking stink fest.
This was a dogless show.
Yeah.
This was
And-
a real dog. Who
Yeah.
cut those action scenes together?
I don't
No
know.
clue.
Stevie fucking Wonder.
And then he texted them afterwards. The premise for the show is basically Born Identity, right? Born Identity, but they used to be Bond before.
Yeah. Jason Bourne, Man of Mystery.
Yeah.
Nothing sells the show for me, and I like Priyanka Chopra, but even her sex appeal does nothing for me in this show. Richard Madden, who I like and who I think like should be Bond, he gave me nothing in this. There was nothing.
It's just bland.
Yeah.
Very, very bland charisma. The writing is very bland, and
Yeah.
I knew this show was going to be dog shit in the first 10 minutes.
Same.
Because when I was watching it, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna go for the guy, and then you flank the tail," and I was like, "All right, cool. That's like standard operating procedure. You know what I mean?" Anyways, catches up with the guy, and then he's like, "You know what has to happen now." I was like, "Mate, all right."
Here we go.
And then the guy has knives in his glasses and shit. It's just like it wasn't practical. Like where I expect the amazing shit is like the train sequence. You know what I mean? Like the fight and whatnot. Don't give me fucking knives out the glasses and like all this other shit.
I
They
saw a more believable thing in Logan. Not Logan, the Wolverine. In the train, that train sequence was more
Yeah,
believable than this was.
yeah.
Like I don't mind if it jumps the shark a little bit in like big sequences. It's when they have those really shitty character. It's like get out of here, man.
Why even have that dialogue? They should have just gone straight into the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy should have just knew that he was tailing him
Yeah.
and fucking sucker punched him or something, and then fights on.
Yeah. Like this was this is basically the Casino Royale start. But Casino
Yeah.
Royale did it so much better.
Mm.
This annoyed me, man. Like even like Dave said, how they cut this shit was horrible. You see nothing basically. I just see dudes get thrown around.
So they
Yeah.
do that. It's so cut like that because my friend Scott Atkins told us. So the actors don't need to do the action.
Yeah. Fucking bad.
Just the
man.
close-ups with the shotgun. The only things that were really kind of going for it was the violence. Like I wasn't expecting it to be as violent as it was,
Mm.
and the swearing.
Yeah.
And the swearing. Like it's an actual adult spy show,
Hmm.
but shot like a Friday night network
Sissy
TV show. Oh fucking hell! It wasn't appealing to me.
Mm-mm.
The actors weren't appealing. Even Stanley Tucci, who I fucking love. I sat through that whole Kate Beckinsale "Electrocute Me" movie because of Stanley Tucci. In this, horrible.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Not even Tucci could save this show. And it's it's a dog when even Tucci can't save it.
Yeah,
Tucci gang.
he's not even under duress, right? Like in that chase when he's driving from those twins, and then he's like, "Inject yourself, and all your memories will come back." But he's not like stressed or anything like that. He's like, "Inject yourself, all your memories will come back." and they get shot. It's like,
Like it's
what
Sunday
is
fucking
this?
drive for them. Man.
Yeah.
Just turned to National Lampoons in that car, man.
Badly. Why was there so
I
much jokes?
I don't know.
I feel like the stakes were higher than what the actors were sort of in on. It's
Yeah.
like they didn't know what was really kind of going on because they're gonna piece it all together later.
Yeah. The tones were all the way off. I thought it was fucking cool when that lady called the twins. And the intro
Yeah.
for the twins was awesome for me. I like that.
Yeah.
But then
Brutal.
the dark tone doesn't fit the rest of that episode or the next one. It's
And
shit.
he laid those fucking O's out like the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
All like the foreshadowing done to make these O's look like badasses. And then he just like takes them out in 2 seconds. It's like,
It makes them
all right.
oafs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care what world we're living in. There is no way that she gets her memories back and then somehow gets like, twice as strong as a 200-pound man. Like I just don't get it. It doesn't compute.
That was the muscle memory. That was bullshit because every other action sequence up to that point, like the fighting was semi-grounded.
Yeah.
Like they didn't fly that far. When she got those memories back, sending the fucking flying 2 meters, mate.
How was she not killing the guy after? Like that's what
Yeah.
the gun was there.
Yeah.
A little quick poof poof done. We finished.
That's
Okay,
it.
we can make our way out the building now.
Subplot out.
Done. And nobody would have expected them to kill that guy straight away. Because his twin brother's there and it looks like he's mute or something or he's crazy. And you don't want to let him off the leash, you know what I mean?
Come on, Marge. The guy in the white suit hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I did not get this show. I didn't get the hype for it. I don't get why Amazon pumped so much money into it. It's $50 million an episode. 50 million. There's 5, like, mid-budget movies that they could have made per episode of this shit.
4 episodes of Game of Thrones.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's just it's too much money for so little that we get on screen.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of fart for no shit.
You know what's crazy is that they released 2 episodes, and the fact that they knew that after that first episode, people were never ever going to watch the show again.
I get that feeling. And this is what's taken me all the way back to, I don't know, was it 2002, 2003, when Stephen Sommers was like, Van Helsing is a franchise property. After this, we got the sequel. We've also got the TV show that we're gearing up to shoot right now. That Dracula's ballroom, that's going to be part of the show. We're going to have action sequences to that magnitude. And I was like, this is Citadel, exactly. And back then, I was excited, right? And then I watched the movie. And I was walked out of that cinema like almost slumped, like...
Did you watch that movie at the movies?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched that at the movies. We all did.
Yeah.
Did we?
I saw that at
Yeah.
the movies.
Maybe I just removed it from
I think so.
Made better space for it.
I think so because we were pumped after the Jekyll fight at the start and was like, all right. But then they played that hideous fucking transition of him riding that horse and shit like that.
Yes.
And like the adventure music and stuff. And then I was just like, this might not be it. And by the time that it got like halfway through the movie and you've seen Dracula and his brides and Richard Roxburgh and that fucking ridiculous wig with the ponytail, I was just like, this is definitely not it.
This
I can tell you.
it. This is not it.
And I had that exact same experience watching Citadel episodes 1 and 2. It is like a massive fail for me on all levels. And I like everyone in here. I like the Russos. I like Madden. I like Priyanka Chopra.
It
I don't
just
really
fall.
care for her acting skills, but like, you know, in this she was doing something that was like subverted a lot of the shit that she had done before.
Yeah. I think like tonally it falls flat. Script wise, it falls flat. Just everything fell so flat with this fucking show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe script wise it was good. Maybe the execution was just terrible.
And why have Madden have a fucking American accent?
Exactly.
Did he have an American accent?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that accent was dog shit. Because there was like by the time it got to that second episode, I don't think he gave a fuck either. Because I just heard like big yes and yeah, that British swang come out. You know what I mean? Pause.
He sounds like Favreau. Like in that show, he sounded like Favreau. That's all I heard.
Hot stuff. Top spy.
Dude,
Bullshit.
your money.
I never watched this. I'm not continuing.
Me
No.
neither. I'm done.
I'm giving this up. I'm trading Citadel in, and I'm getting Silo back out because that show, the reviews that have been coming out May 5th, that is dropping. The
It's this
reviews that have
weekend.
been coming, yeah, it's this Friday. The
Today.
reviews that have been coming out have been unbelievable.
Yeah. You know
And
what?
it's part of my Rebecca Ferguson rollout, MI7, and then on to Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
You know, with the amount of like, you know, banger fucking movies that Rebecca Ferguson is dropping, like Fergalicious needs to make a fucking reappearance as well. Just for her. But fucking but I would gladly trade Citadel for Van Helsing. I enjoyed Van Helsing more than this.
You know, I say that, and then I always throw it on, and then there was a part of me that just zones out, just dies.
Yeah, I did get PTSD.
Yeah, when it goes back to Romania,
Yeah. It was
Romania.
Romani.
Those big Stallone screams in First Blood. But no, I'm not gonna lie. It's a guilty pleasure for me, eh? I just watch that
Nice.
movie once a year.
I would like that to be the experience, even from a guilty pleasure point of view. But I can't give it the pass. There was
But
so much hope. You know how much hope it had built up for Van Helsing? I was like frothing when I was in that fucking thing, like give me that fucking Van Helsing. I was walked out just like drained of all their blood.
Yeah.
what do you call it? It's because I reference it to fucking Helsing, the anime, and I'm just
Yeah.
laugh. I laugh at them.
I think we're expecting more Vampire Hunter D than
Yeah.
Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Van fucking Helsing. It's a wonder Universal hasn't rebooted it. If they did it now, it'd be great, but it'd have to be R-rated.
Fucking
Yeah.
earth. If they did it as part of their Monsters universe, fucking Brillo, mate.
Brillo.
He's a man.
Brillo.
I don't want a female Van Helsing. by
They
the
already
way.
didn't they do the female Van Helsing? They
It
already
was a
did that
TV
shit.
show.
It's played out.
They've already done the fucking.
I would like if I don't give a fuck if it's Cavill. Cavill's in that role. I think he'd suit it with the longish hair. Also, Chris Evans, give that motherfucker some teeth. It's on. And no fucking vampire on vampire action either.
No.
Don't need that
None of
werewolf shit. None of that. Fucking keep it.
That was.
I don't need to be a monster himself. Like, I'm fighting myself every time I fight. Get the fuck out of here.
I thought that was shit. The whole fucking Dracula can only be defeated when a werewolf bites him.
That's bullshit, man. Because that Underworld just took that idea and ran with
I
it.
know.
Do you hear that? Did you hear what they just said?
Kevin Grevio was like, I must use. I can't do the Warthog Predator. Oh, fuck. All right. Citadel Sing is no more. I'm axing that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets axed and they just say it fell victim to the writer's strike. Because that's the new shit that's going to happen. Yeah. Remember when, remember in the last writer's strike? and all the other like pictures and shows and stuff, and they were like, we would have done a sequel, we'd have done a second season, but we had the writer's strike, and they're like, oh yeah, and they just write that shit off under the table.
Do you know what I saw? That was the biggest reason why you can't shoot during the writer's strike.
Why?
I saw people posting up pictures of heroes
Oh shit.
because you know
Yeah.
how strong that first season was.
Mm-hmm.
It had people on the edge of their seats,
Fucking oath.
and then people came back for season 2, and they were like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
Don't create any shows during the writer's strike, please.
Yeah.
Learn the lessons, Master Wayne.
All you fucking would-be warrior directors, if you're not like Quentin Tarantino, if you're not a writer director, keep that shit in your pants.
Leave it alone.
All right. That is a wrap on all the news and reviews that we have for you. We'll be back on Sunday. Big episode. Not for any particular reason than it's Sunday, fun day. We got more news, you know what I mean? Follow us on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know if I said that already, but we're on there too. Give us a nice little follow and like on YouTube as well. Keep yourself up to date. Also helps us get into like rooms that we like probably shouldn't be in, but we are. And that helps us
Sitting
get those
next to
reviews to you.
NASCAR, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Screening with Tai Tuivasa, you know what I mean? Even though we're like 30 meters away, but we was there.
We were in the same room.
Yeah.
That still counts.
In the room where it happened.
Behind the green door.
But yeah.
Green too.
Love yourself. Love movies.
Vape more.